What if the person you were destined to love was the one your family swore to hate forever? The days after Elena first saw Marko were restless. The red thread burned faintly against her wrist, tugging every time he passed through the village square. She tried to ignore it, wrapping her arm in cloth, but the pull was relentless. Marko was not like the other villagers. He came from across the valley, from a family whose name her father spat like poison. For generations, their families had fought. Land, pride, and blood feuds carved their history. To Elena's father, Marko's bloodline was a curse itself. But Marko saw none of that. One evening, when the village square was nearly empty, he walked up to her by the well. His voice was steady, his eyes unwavering. "I don't believe in curses," he said softly. "Only choices, and I choose this." Elena's breath caught. No one had ever spoken to her that way. Not with defiance, not with courage. She whispered back, trembling. "But the thread to the stories say it only brings ruin." Marko smiled faintly. "Stories only have power if we let them." That night, Elena lay awake, staring at the glowing line across her wrist. It pulsed gently, like a heartbeat. The harder she tried to resist, the tighter it pulled. She thought of Marko's eyes, his voice, his certainty. But she was not the only one who noticed. By morning, whispers spread through the village. The elders gathered in the square, their voices sharp with fear. "Child, you play with fire," one warned. Another muttered, "If you don't turn away, the curse will claim one of you." Elena bowed her head, but inside, her heart warred with itself. That evening, as lanterns lit the marketplace, Elena stood at her window. She swore she would not go. She swore she would obey. But the thread pulled harder than ever before, dragging her heart toward the night. She leaned out the window, her eyes wide. There, below in the shadows, Marko was waiting. Silent, patient, his hand lifted slightly, beckoning. Her breath trembled, her body shook. And still, she stepped out into the darkness. For the first time, Elena chose love over fear, and fate was watching.